My name is Steve. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. We went to lunch, but we were told to treat it as outreach, and any opportunity to pray for someone that presented itself or to make that happen, we were encouraged to do that. So we went to a restaurant and immediately saw a young man, and he just had this weight, just you could see it bearing down on him. And he spoke to me a couple times while he was in line. We already had our food at our table, and you could tell he wanted to talk, but he didn't want to talk. And I said, "Hey, can we pray for you?" And by that point, I was up around talking to him, and he's like, no, I'm good, that's okay. And a young lady behind him said, "Well, if you're throwing out prayer, I could use it." And we all turned. By this point, there were about 7 people standing around from Power and Love, and she was on a knee scooter. Her whole lower leg was in a cast, and she was from out of town and had cancer, leukemia, and is in remission, but she had a break in her leg and had a pin, and just it would not heal, and she had a cast on it. And so we all gathered around her, and my wife was the one who jumped up and was like, "Yeah, we'll pray for you," but then it was like, "Okay, you got to pray." So I will say I was reluctant, but we prayed for her, and after it was over, the enemy immediately was saying that was inadequate, those weren't the right words, you didn't that was a waste of time. And so I was, pushing those thoughts out of my mind. And at the end of our lunch, I was walking outside, and she happened to be standing outside, and she was struggling with a scooter. And we just started talking about where she was from. Well, she was from my hometown, which is in another corner of the state. And got to talking about what our names were. And long story short, she is a cousin of mine. And it was just amazing how, somebody could say, "Well, that was accidental, what a coincidence," and it wasn't. It was just God just moving people around. And if you're open and willing to follow His lead, it's just amazing what He can do through us.